summer's day in the month of May, a burly bum come a-hiking. He was walking down the lane through the sugar cane. He was looking for his liking, and as he strolled along, he sang a song of the land of the middle.
Welcome to this episode of Junk Food on the Road. Tonight's special episode is a Junk Food on the Road, and we are in...
Finland.
Yay, Finland.
That wasn't very convincing. Yay, Finland.
Yay.
We have two guests with us today.
It's called something else, though, in Finnish.
What?
Maybe they can pronounce the name of their country in Finnish for us.
Name of the country? Yeah.
Yeah.
Suomi.
Suomi.
So we have us two Finnish folks joining us today.
Two Suomi-ish.
Suomish folk. We have Saara and Peta with us.
We've been together for a week now, on the road.
On the road. So they're new to this podcast, and so basically all we do is talk about food. And we talk about the stuff we've eaten or this Finnish food that we know about. So we'll start off with and generally junk food. So we start snacks and treats, which we've been eating a lot of on this trip.
Yeah, but today we should start with piirakka.
Piirakka. That's those little pie things, right?
Yeah, the Karjalan piirakka. It's a Karjalan pasty.
Karelian pasty.
Karelian, yeah.
Karelian pasty.
Mm. And so what is a Karelian pasty?
It is basically like rice porridge baked into a little crust.
It kind of looks like a flat baked potato.
It does.
Like if you were to describe it to somebody, a flat baked potato.
Like a potato skin or something.
But it tastes really good.
But with like a little sort of
fringed edge.
Yeah,
What's the word I'm looking for?
Crust is basically rye flour and water and salt, a bit of salt.
It's very good.
It's very good.
And the best way to have them is with this egg salad, where you don't use mayonnaise but use butter instead. Butter and egg.
Amazing.
Oh my God! Like you wouldn't know that this.
And homemade, which we had the pleasure of enjoying at Peta's parents' house.
We had Peta's family recipe.
Yeah.
Secret recipe.
Secret recipe. He's not willing to discuss on.
We need to give him some brandy.
Get him. I believe it's 16 cases of it is the average for a family recipe. But it's definitely something I never heard of until we came here, and then all of a sudden it's like I could eat them every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically it's like Eastern Finnish tradition, and well, you can make it with the rice porridge or mashed potatoes or even barley. Like barley porridge.
That's awesome.
It's very good.
Yeah. And so even though it doesn't look like you should put stuff on it, you kind of just spread it on top and you go for it, and it's good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. You can use it just sort of like bread.
Yeah, even though it's fine on its own too.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of portable food also, kind of, because it's in a crust, so...
Oh, it makes sense.
It does make sense.
Yeah.
So the other thing we talk about, which we have a pile of in front of us, is Fatser. Karl Fatser is a Russian that came here, I think it was in the... Was it late
1800s?
1800s he started it. And he started a shop in Helsinki, from what I understand. And then he sold all kinds of stuff there, but his chocolate is fantastic. And he sold all kinds of sweets and stuff. And now it's like this, you go into a store and there's Fatser everything. Like they make everything. I don't know. It's just
huge here.
It's massive here.
And it's like, I've never seen it anywhere else.
Swedes, countries around here have taken it on. Like I've seen in Sweden, I've heard people, I know Fatser and stuff like that. But it's like outside of this general area of the world, nobody knows about it.
And it's like the best
sometimes in airports in very surprising places, it's like, oh, well, they have some Fatser stuff.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, like you go to Dubai or something. There's Fatser chocolate. But it's amazing stuff. It's got to be one of the best manufactured chocolate bars, mass-marketed manufactured chocolate bar I've ever had. It's up there with Cadbury.
Way up. I think it's beyond Cadbury. I mean, I am a fan of Cadbury. Don't get me wrong, but this stuff is pretty amazing.
I don't know about that. It's in there. It's in that ranking.
Well, this isn't Fatser, is it?
No, we went to that place. We actually went to their shop. It was
in Porvoo.
Porvoo.
Yeah.
And that was
and it's called. I can't even see. Broomberry.
Yeah, we're pronouncing stuff properly.
Look at that.
Normally when we do these shows, we mispronounce everything. So.
Yeah. Let me try to see if I can get what this is called. It's in English. It's called truffle bag, but in Finnish, it's called truffelipuusi.
Yep.
Look at you speaking language.
I'm learning.
Very fluent.
Learning to speak Finnish.
But I guess the thing they're known for is what we learned on this trip was they have a candy that's sort of like if you've heard of a Dickmann, which is a German/Viennese thing. They're similar to that, and it's sort of got like a white cream, which can be different flavors, with a wafer on the bottom and covered in chocolate.
Yeah, and it's sort of the shape of a bell, kind of a little.
But it had a really offensive name at one point. So now they're called Kisses. But they used to be called.
Black people kisses.
Yes, but with the N-word.
N-word kisses.
N-word kisses. And so, but they've apparently changed the name. But the box, if you look at that, they have at the store, they had like the traditional box.
I'm a bit surprised by that.
Yeah, they had two sort of very racist type cartoons of two black people kissing.
Or almost kissing.
Almost kissing. Yeah. So that was kind of weird, but they changed the name, but not the box.
Yeah, exactly. That's what puzzles me.
Yeah, it's really weird.
What's going on?
They were okay. It was okay. I did a review. There'll be a review on candycritic.org. You can check it out. What else have we tried here? Like what do you think we're missing? That we maybe ate on this road trip?
We had a burger at that diner that was amazing in Helsinki.
The 50s diner?
The 50s diner.
It's okay.
Oh, come on. It was super greasy and folly a party.
It was good.
I haven't had a diner burger like that in a long time.
In general, the food here is good.
Yeah.
Like the Western food is even good. The pizzas have been remarkably good.
But don't forget the beet salad.
Beet salad is good. Yeah, is beet salad, is that a Finnish thing?
Or is it just borrowed?
I think it's one of these Eastern European things.
Okay.
They share with the Russians and Baltic countries.
Yeah. They're like usage of beet in general, like within the...
Because it grows in the cold temperatures,
yes.
so... I guess the other thing, lots of fish. I mean, we don't eat fish, but there's lots of fish things. You guys have like your pickled herrings and your things like that too.
Reindeer meat.
Reindeer meat. Oh, and the breads.
The breads here are incredible.
They're like rye, flat, not your fluffy breads.
Oaty bread.
Yeah, like if you really like to dig into a bread, this is the place to do it. So.
No. They don't like to toast their bread here, though.
Or at least we haven't come across that.
How many places we stayed?
Yeah, we've stayed in 7 places now, I think. 6 places. I don't know. But only one of them had a toaster. We've been staying in all these little cottages that are pretty awesome. And so we've been cooking breakfasts and dinners for ourselves. And only one toaster out of all the places we stayed.
Cold cuts are pretty popular here.
Cold cuts are great.
Yeah.
That's definitely a Finnish thing.
Well, cold cuts are everywhere, but like having cold cuts and eggs and lots of coffee and
but you don't see any cheap cold cuts here.
Pasties.
Like you don't have like the bologna and stuff like that. Like it's all like
no, it's good stuff.
Yeah, it's like high quality cold cuts.
Yeah, it's almost like slices of real meat.
Yeah.
Instead of that pressed and formed disgustingness we see back home.
So what else have we...
Pickles? You've been eating pickles?
I think that's just because I like pickles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else have we missed?
I mean, we're in Midsummer. This is actually Midsummer Eve, right?
Yep. Political Midsummer's Eve.
Yes. Alice, it's
not scientific. Scientific Midsummer itself was yesterday.
So the big thing here is drinking on Midsummer, right?
And bonfires.
Pets has had a few already. So the drinking. What's the drinking culture here? I mean, you guys, not that you're alcoholics or anything, but you guys know that in here, and you guys experience different beers and stuff.
And wines.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think currently it is the beer culture is kind of thriving. So there's more and more small breweries, microbreweries, and craft beer, like everywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
Wine we don't produce, but there is a kind of quality selection at the state monopoly stores of that, like all over the world. And people have been shifting over the, let's say, last 2 decades from like hard liquors like vodka and whiskey towards wine and beer. But of course the shift is slow.
Yeah.
And especially the Midsummer Eve has been like a traditional let's get drunk and drowned. So people go to the summer places, groups of friends, and it's usually the amount of alcohol consumed is
quite substantial.
It's remarkable, yeah.
Nice.
Does anybody ever fall into the bonfires?
Probably.
But But I think drowning is the popular way to go during these festivities.
Popular way.
There's a lot of water in this country.
Yeah. Clean water. It's nice.
Really clean water.
188,000 lakes, also plus the lakes and ponds and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the beer that you had tonight, one of them, you let me smell it. Thank you. It was I don't drink, so these days, but it smelled smoky.
Yeah, it was like smoked lager.
It was really interesting.
So actually, you picked up like 4 beers today, and they're all regional.
And they're all
but
different.
all different.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
That is really cool.
I mean,
I've never smelled a smoky beer before. It was really neat.
Yeah.
And we got this from Rovaniemi actually, which is like
It's right at the
gates
Arctic
of Lapland. Yeah.
The gates of Lapland. Lapland's kind of a cool place.
Lapland's great. We spent a few days in Lapland, and we spent a few days north of the Arctic Circle. I think I ate reindeer once in that time.
Yeah.
And one other Lapland thing you've eaten was the squeaky cheese.
Squeaky
Oh, the
cheese.
squeaky
We've
cheese
got
was
some in the-
awesome.
We've got some in the fridge.
With cloudberry jam. How could we forget cloudberry jam?
Cloudberries in general is the thing.
Yeah, but we haven't eaten any fresh cloudberries because it's not the season yet.
No. But it's squeaky cheese it's like a cross between a cheese curd and a halloumi.
But the berries here too. Yeah, the squeaky cheese is really good, and we had it warmed up as well with a sweet vanilla sauce on it.
And the cinnamon.
And the cinnamon with the cloudberries.
Yeah.
Like frozen cloudberries, I think.
Yeah.
But with the one we bought and sort of prepared for ourselves at home had like cloudberry jam.
Yes.
But the berries here and the jams here are spectacular. Like there's
Wild.
lingonberries.
It's all the wild berry.
All wild berries. Lingonberries, bilberries,
I don't know.
blueberries, raspberries, cloudberries.
And the strawberry season is actually starting as we speak.
Oh, strawberries.
Strawberries.
Strawberry starting, yeah.
Yeah. But there's quite a few berries that have both a tart and sweet taste at the same time,
Yeah.
which is really good.
Yeah, the sea buckthorn and
It's all about
Sea buckthorn, that's right.
it's all about going out to the forest and collecting, I think. I think that's
Yeah.
sort of the tradition.
Yeah, there are berry bushes everywhere in Lapland.
Yeah. And apparently the cloudberries, were you saying that people keep it secret?
Yep.
yes, because
Yes.
they're
I
quite
even said
valuable.
in the Arcticum Science Center that it's like when you know where to pick your cloudberries, you don't tell anyone.
Because they're quite valuable.
Yeah.
Where does that? Because apparently IKEA makes
they're
a
pretty
cloudberry
rare.
jam. So you got to wonder where they get their cloudberries, because you can get a lot of cloudberries to make that jam. They must
And-
have a
and
secret
people-
place guarded by
Yeah, exactly.
machine guns.
Someone
Yeah.
sells them who knows where to get them from.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they're really cultivated. They're just found in the forest.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And same applies
Swampy
some,
places.
also to like blueberries. That I remember once I was at the marketplace and somebody was asking the salesperson that, so where do these come from? And the guy was really kind of secretive and said, it's a blind grandmother picked them up in the night, darkness of the night. So I have no idea.
That's awesome.
And same goes with the mushrooms.
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
good place to find good mushrooms from. You don't tell people where you went to get them from. It's like,
It's the
somewhere there. out
Finnish
in the wild.
caginess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Protecting their secrets.
Avoiding the
You only
question.
have so little of the forest, you know, so it's like,
Yeah. There's forest
how much of
everywhere.
them?
We're looking at, we can see forest around us here where there's probably cloudberries hiding behind a tree somewhere out there.
It's pretty interesting, like going up into Lapland, and we actually walked up to a gate that went into a border buffer zone that was only 500 meters from the border with Russia.
Yeah.
So, you understand that, in the European way, borders change over time. And so there's bits of Finland that were occupied by other countries, including Russia, and a significant population that when Russia took over bits of Finland, and now that's the border, sort of came into Finland. So you get this sort of mix of cuisines and cultures here that, coming in from the outside, you don't really expect. And it's kind of neat.
Yeah, the whole Sami culture thing.
Yeah, and the Sami.
Really,
and
Sami, and it's kind of interesting.
sort of their northern indigenous people are the Sami here.
Yeah, you definitely sort of felt different up there. You don't really see that presence down below, except maybe in tacky souvenirs. But when you come up to the Lapland, you really sort of see it for real. It's really cool.
And here was the very first time I had an anise donut.
Yeah. Like, they love licorice here, too.
Yeah. So there was, it was caraway seeds.
It was licorice-y.
It was licorice flavored seeds in that bar that had the reindeer skin bench.
Wasn't it
Sometimes only cardamom.
Cardamom,
Yeah.
thank you. Cardamom seed donuts. That was really interesting too.
It's a lot of taking from the land.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Anything else?
You guys want to add?
Did we miss anything? Weren't there some meat pies or something that
Well,
that
actually,
we haven't had?
I could add that much that for vegetarians and vegans, Finland has been kind of, if we talk about junk food and like quick pre-prepared meals, this scene has been kind of growing really quickly in like the past 5-10 years.
Yeah.
And you can find like meat pies that are actually veggie pies and all sorts of mock meat products like cold cuts to every flavor,
Wow.
basically. But
That's really cool.
And there's
It
a
is good.
Facebook group dedicated to kind of junk food vegan stuff. It's like because people tend to associate vegetarianism and veganism with a kind of healthy style of living, and some of the vegans
eating
like,
carrots.
I don't care. I like to drink beer and eat junk food.
That's awesome.
And I just like to have vegan junk food.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Awesome. We never roasted marshmallows here because
That's not a thing, really.
it's not really a thing.
And I'm the only one that would eat them.
Yeah, because they have gelatin in them and lots of sugar, which
Yeah.
really is not good for me.
Well, we had a great experience here. Living.
Yeah.
We had our two good guys that helped us really eat real.
Yeah, it's true.
So we've done almost 3,000 kilometers.
Yeah,
road
we're
this-
almost at
this point.
3,000.
Yeah.
Yes.
3,000 kilometers. Still have
700
Yeah.
kilometers to go.
700 kilometers tomorrow, and then we're done.
Just so people know, we didn't really pick them up at random. We actually planned this trip with them. We've known them for a few years.
We were in Helsinki going, hey guys, we're going to Lapland. Want to
Yeah,
come?
why not?
No, that happened in a Facebook message. We're going to Lapland, want to join?
And it started in a bar in Greece, I think. you know.
No, it was actually in Laos.
No, originally this all started in a bar in Greece, I think.
Yeah,
It was
I
a
think
darts,
it-
night, darts night or something like
Yeah,
that.
when we met
Yeah.
first time, yes,
Yes, it was
definitely.
darts night, so
Yeah, years and years ago. We survived Greece together for 4 years.
there we go.
Yeah.
Now we're sitting here in our pajamas talking about junk food.
This is West Coast Finland, like northern Ostrobosnia.
And this is our midsummer celebration.
Yeah, and
Midsummer.
it's 11 minutes after midnight,
Sun
and
is
it's
still up.
pretty much daylight out there.
Yep.
We're now south of the
cloudy,
Arctic
but-
Circle, so the sun is going to dip beneath the horizon for a short time tonight, but
It messes with you a little.
it does
Yeah.
mess with you a little.
Yeah.
It reminds me of when I was 5, and in the summer I still had to go to bed at 7:30, and the sun was still high in the sky.
It messes with you. I think if there's anything else to add, are we good?
I think we're good.
Awesome. Well,
Awesome. Thank you.
thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And as always, you can listen to old episodes of Junk Food on the Road by going to candycritic.org/junkfood, JUNKFUD. And you can follow us on Twitter @CandyCritic, or go to www.candycritic.org and find links to all of our other social media and stuff like that. So thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
On a summer's day in the month of May, a burly bum come a-hiking. He was walking down the lane through the sugar cane. He was looking for his liking. And as he strolled along, he sang a song of the land of milk and honey, where a bum can stay for many a day, and he won't need any money. On the big rock, Candy Mountain, there's a land that's fair and bright. The handouts grow on bushes, and they sleep big rock candy mountain, on the big rock candy mountain. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey! That's enough of that. That's enough. Whoa, 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 whoa. On the big rock candy mountain, you never have to change your socks. And little streams of alcohol come a-trickling through the rocks. All the railroad bulls at the tip of their hats, and the railroad bulls are all blind. There's a little lake of stew and a whiskey too. You can paddle all around it in your big canoe on the big rock candy mountain. On the big rock candy mountain, play. That's enough. That's enough. On the big rock candy mountain, all the jails are made of tin. You can bust right out again as soon as they toss you in. There ain't no short and no shovels, axes, saws, or blades. Where they hung on a nail, the inventor of a jail. Where they hung the jerk who invented work. Where they boiled in oil, the inventor of toil. Where they hung on a nail, the inventor of a jail on a big rock candy mountain. On the big rock candy mountain, on the big rock candy mountain, play. Cigarette trees and the soda water fountain, where the bluebird sings and the lemonade springs. Up on the big rock candy mountain, on that big rock candy mountain, on the big rock candy mountain. Whoa. On the big rock candy mountain.